Okay, just me. Just going to do a quick garden update for you. I've been asked to do these, so I don't mind though. I guess I'm kind of proud of my potatoes. At least they're doing really well this year. They're actually doing amazingly well for what I'm used to anyways. Like, they're already up to my waist already. And these are just the reds. The whites are actually even bigger, and of course they're all flowering now. So they're already producing potatoes. I find that actually they begin to produce just slightly before the flowers come out. So if you see flowers, they're already starting. They might be like marble size right now. My wife had pulled up a few that were volunteer from the previous year when she's doing some weeding there, and there were some marble sized potatoes on them. That was, what, a week ago, I think. So I don't know, whatever they're called. Those flowers are out. I'm not a flower guy. Anyways, so oh, and these are the purple ones we planted. I'll show you these. I actually have a video clip, if I can find it, from the winter. We were cutting them up, making french fries out of them. I'll put it up on YouTube. But yeah, these are up to pretty well up to my waist almost. And you can tell with the darker stems that they're the purple. And they're all flowered out. So they're doing well. And these are all from our own seed this year. We didn't buy any potato seeds. And the little kitty's garden, they've already been harvesting some things from it. I think those radishes are pretty near already, and she's got a little tomato plant in there for them, and a little pumpkin plant. And here's another row of the purples that we'd planted on the outside just to finish, and these are the whites. Maybe I'll just do a bit of a scan here. So they're doing really well. The raised beds are doing pretty good too. We did have a really hard time keeping up with the weeding there for a bit because I still got to get at these here for her, but it had been raining pretty well non-stop there for a while, and you just couldn't get out to do anything. And then we had a heat wave. Well, everything shot up so fast, like literally by the hour, I'm convinced of it, which is good for our crops, but the weeds liked it too. Well, my wife's got in. She's done most of the beans now, and I helped her with some of the carrots. She's a little more picky than I am. As you can see, that was my side, and that's her side. But and our tomatoes, it was just like a forest in there. We finally got in and got them all weeded out. I'll show you them in a sec. But let's just have a quick walk down our whites here. These are like Belmont. Like over here, look at these. These have got to be almost past my waist. Like here they are. They're, oops, sorry, wrong way. Oh yeah, they're up to my waist. So they're like, you wouldn't get the tiller through here now. Not without causing any damage, but they're going to be used so well now they'll overcrowd the weeds anyways. I've never had to only weed them twice, so that's pretty impressive. There's my barley. But yeah, these are like, this is the tallest little batch right here. They're not all this tall. I got a little spot there for some reason, didn't come as high. I'm thinking it's because it's a little too wet. There seems to be a bit of a spring or something in that area. It's always kind of mucky. Like last year they were actually the biggest because it was so dry. There's some oats that came in, volunteer, on my feed through the manure and that. But I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this myself. I'm pretty happy this year. And I will say that rabbit manure has got to be one of the best manures you can put on a garden. I mean, I don't think the commercial guys, their fertilizer, can keep up with my corn once it really takes off with the manure that we use here. And of course we're well, we may not be what you call certified organic by any means, but we certainly don't use any sprays or commercial fertilizers, so our soil tends to be a little richer with that too. Like, this is just, wow. But it's like walking through a jungle here. Now I'll just walk over here quick and show you the other end. There's the famous redneck hillbilly potato roller, or whatever you want to call it, homestead potato rower. Maybe I'll patent it. Anyways, if I can't be a millionaire doing the farming, I'll be a millionaire doing something else, right? Okay. Now our potatoes are, or tomatoes I should say, they're coming up. We, as I say, with the heat wave and then more rain, it's just been so hard to get out here to do much hand weeding. This is beets she's got in this row and amongst all these, and this will be the next step we start hand weeding. This is next, our cabbages and that, as we just on the tomatoes. and they've all got flowers, and of course we've caged them all, and I'm going to put stakes up on them too because they get quite large. Now these potatoes here, as if I need more, but these potatoes are actually red. Now they're reds also on the inside. We had bought, they're very expensive to buy, they're like almost $1 a seed. I think my wife bought about 8 of them or whatever and cut some of them up, and we've got a small crop here, and we might eat a little bit of them, but we're mostly going to save everything we can out of this for seed, just being that it's so expensive. And I guess to be more like a decorative thing, like our purple ones, or blue or whatever you want to call them would be. I don't know if they have a, I mean sure they have a name, I don't know what you call them. And there's some other tomatoes that that we started ourselves. We did get a little late this year doing that, so these are a little smaller. These will probably be harvested throughout the late summer, fall. And we've got more beans here. We did start weeding some of them, I think up near the front, but there's some volunteer potatoes. They're like a weed once you get going on. And that big mess over there we still have to get out. Our peas actually are coming up. I got some time here, I'll show you our peas. They're, just walk down here. I had come through here and did all the big weeds. I missed a couple, I guess. But I got all the big ones now. We just have to get in and get all that little stuff out of there. But that's all of our onions and our garlic, which are doing really well. Let me see. No, we just picked a bunch for a stir fry yesterday, so I don't know, maybe not be. There's some here. And some of our radishes we never actually got at, so we just decided to let them head out, and Kim's gonna some of the radishes here, and White's gonna try and keep some of the seed and try that, so we just let it go to seed. And what do we got here? Some volunteer dill by the looks of it from last year. And there's some more peas starting out, so we'll likely have some peas for, these are mostly just for ourselves. We had never really intended on selling them. And you know, we got these in so early, but because of the weather this year, it just hasn't been favorable for, we haven't done very well with peas down here for some reason. And but they used to do well for us. What are they doing? Like this particular bunch are doing not too bad now they've come up. Now what I was going to show you next is the greenhouse. Walk through here. And I'm short a bunch of cages. I don't know what we're going to do with these. We'll have to stake these up as we do a bunch of canning. Now that's probably next in our homestead series. We're kind of excited about it. But we were out looking today for a place to pick some strawberries, so I think we're just going to have to go to a guy. We found this really nice Mennonite one, but we can't remember how we got there. It was way out somewhere, and they were the best price and the best berries. We can't find it, so we may have to go back to the commercial guy just to get some. So this is our the greenhouse doing, you know, amazing. And like these tomato plants were just little, you know, barely a foot high, like not even a week ago. And you're probably wondering what this is all about. Some of you probably know if you've been an avid gardener. This is my wife's idea. She's obviously quite experienced at gardening. We just took these, just like a trellis basically, and you just put a rope across the top, and I just stapled it in there, and then tied a string down, and she's wrapping them around the plant, around the string as they grow up to help support them. Now she's telling me, and I partly believe it, that these plants are going to be as tall as the greenhouse, probably by the end of the summer. So this is going to be mostly for our fresh eating and our selling on the roadside stand. And the stuff that you saw there is probably going to be more or less primarily for our canning needs, for whatever we do. Usually tomato sauce, just generally is what we do. So anyways, and of course this is our asparagus that's been taken over. We were going to dig that up and redo it, but I don't know, it seems to be holding its own. But anyhow, so there's the latest tour, and let's see what else is new. I guess I have a few seconds left. Well, I'm going to be going to get some slabwood soon for more firewood. The skids back there, as you can see, are beginning to pile up. It's like having a bush at the back of my property. And the Ferguson, of course, doesn't run. I'm not too concerned about it just yet. I might get it going. And the Ranger, I'm making progress. I've decided I'm just going to weld up the exhaust that's on it, and I'll replace it new next year, and I've got the floor parts to put in yet. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. Have yourself a good